What is up, Squared Nation? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos. And today's Tuesday, so we're talking some tech. We're coming at you from the Mobile Command Center here, and today we're going to be talking about Veku, the Triumphant Might. Now, this card is available as part of the Tournament Pack promos for Set 6. You can definitely get them during your weekly local events, for entry, or by placing you get multiple packs. And the reason we're talking about Veku today is because this is more of a tech choice in regards to a current meta. So right now, there's a lot of Super Shenron shenanigans running around, whether it's the Height of Mastery build, or the Storm build, or the Preface build. There's a lot of cards in not only the game, but just Shenron in general that untap a lot of energy. So if we look at Veku the Triumphant Might, he's a 4-drop, 10k power, 5k combo, Union Fusion for 1 red, Goku Vegeta BR. He has Barrier, and his auto is once per turn. When your opponent switches their energy to active mode using a non-awakened skill during their turn, choose up to one of your opponent's energy and place it in the owner's drop area. He also has the Activate main, where you can place this card in your drop area, and you can choose 1 red Goku and Vegeta BR and add them to your hand. So the flavor for the Veku and Gogeta archetype is still the same. You can definitely play them in for Union Fusion and then put them in the drop to get your pieces back. But what makes him really good is the fact that he stops your opponent from untapping their energy on their turn. So no Sensor Beans, no Bulmas or anything like that. Yes, it is only once per turn, but if you do it early enough to where you can kill their energy on turn 2, you definitely buy yourself another turn or so, and then you just constantly try to lock them in on 2 energy to make sure that they don't continue to get their plays going. And if you are able to play another Veku on the board, you're going to have 2 of them going off at the same time. So why is this card better than Borgos and Whis? Well, it's simple. The fact is it's a 4-drop, it's got Barrier, and it can't be targeted by anything. Borgos and Whis are definitely good cards in their own respective fashions when you're playing blue and yellow variants, but they kind of lose really hard to Crisis Crusher. Super Shenron is maining probably 3 to 4 copies of Crisis Crusher so they can have it opening turn to be able to stop the Borgos and Whis play. So this card here obviously isn't targetable by Crisis Crusher because it's a 4-drop. So it makes it a lot better. It makes it a lot easier for you to kind of navigate the rough patches that is Super Shenron because you'll be able to strategically lock them at a certain energy. And if you get multiple of these out on the board at a time, it's pretty smooth sailing at that point. What makes this card so good, it's its Union Fusion for 1 red energy. So even though it's a 4-drop, you're playing it for just 1 red energy, and you're ditching 2 of the fusion materials. Now, obviously, later game when this card becomes less useful, you can just easily put it in your drop area and get those 2 fusion pieces right back to your hand. So it definitely replaces itself. It's pretty savage if you think about it. I mean, this card just kind of, I don't want to say auto wins you the matchup, but definitely puts you in a better position. The Gogeta BR archetype right now is one of my more favorite archetypes from Set 6, so I'm glad that, that deck itself has access to this card. But there's a lot of people that are also playing the blue Gogeta leader with the ramp, with the Veku ramp, and this is another card that helps that deck as well, even though they just get massive amounts of energy levels, you still kind of suffer early game to the Super Shenron plays. So this is definitely something you guys want to consider. I know it's a little more difficult to get your hands on right now because it's only a tournament pack promo, so that does involve you going to your locals and supporting your local comic book stores or local gaming stores on a weekly basis to get these. Of course, if you have the money to spend, you can always just go on TCG Player and order them online. They do come in both foil and non-foil versions. I believe the non-foil version is running for around 10 or 11, and the foil version is around close to 15. Those, don't hold me to those numbers. I haven't checked the TCG market in quite some time, but the last time I checked a few days ago, that's where they were sitting at. This card is definitely very useful in the Gogeta BR archetype, and now with the release of Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, we have another Gogeta BR leader. So You have the set 6 leader, you have the promo leader, the blue leader, and you have the promo red leader from the game. So there's definitely a lot of different ways that you can throw this card in your deck to have your Gogeta fusion targets. But he's essentially going to help you play more comfortably because Super Shenron can overwhelm you very quickly, very early. And a lot of players have been slowly transitioning from the Storm build to the Preface of Recovery Son Goku build because, you know, just swinging for 15k pressure every turn is really good. Your opponent has to waste cards to combo out of damage, and then when you take your second turn and you just have all of those bodies on board that have barrier, there's not much that you can do to get rid of them. So keep an eye out for this card. For those of you Super Shenron players, I mean, you guys had it coming. I mean, the deck is busted. I mean, it's fair that we have at least an answer to it and something that you just can't easily Crisis Crusher away from the board. But to be fair, next week I will be going over this card's exact hard counter in our Tech Talk. Most of you already know it, but you know, we'll just preface that video with some information and spoilers on this one. I know that this is a lot of Super Shenron hate, but next week we'll talk about some tech cards that Super Shenron can use to make their matchups a little easier. But for those of you who are trying to fight the good fight and play with some Gogeta BR stuff, definitely check this card out. Try to get your hands on them as soon as possible because it'll definitely help you in that matchup and create a more plus situation for you. Quick shout out to my teammates, my sponsors, Computer and Gaming Universe and Kameha Customs. If you guys are looking for a solid local to play in the northern New Jersey area, you can come check us out Mondays and Thursday nights at 7 p.m. 256 Ferry Street. All the information will be down in the description box below, as well as looking for custom graphics or play mats or anything like that, definitely visit Kameha Customs on Facebook. You can message Don. He's a saint. The guy does great work, great lines of communication, and you know the prices are definitely not going to break the bank. So with that being said, we're going to get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's open this up for discussion. Let me know what you guys think about Veku in the comment section down below. What other tech choices are you guys running against Super Shenron right now? Because that seems to be the predominant deck of the format. And we'll see you guys next week on another Tech Talk. And we'll directly contradict this video by talking about something that Super Shenron can use in their matchups against Veku. So with that being said, we're going to get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Be there or be squared.